How do you create the buying space when you are having conversations with your client? Do you know that the buying space can be created as a human with another human, or it can be created between AI and a human? Now, I prefer the good old-fashioned face-to-face conversation. However, in today's world, where a lot of our sales are really dependent upon meeting strangers on Facebook or LinkedIn or elsewhere, we may need to use a little bit of artificial intelligence to help us meet more people. I'm Marla Koupal. I'm a sales skills expert. I've helped people make over 50 million in revenues with the good old-fashioned face-to-face conversation. However, in today's world, it pays for some of us to be able to modify our behaviors and do both. So I'm going to share with you about creating a buying space and how our human-to-human interaction can also be created in AI. Now, I'm never going to tell you that AI is better than a human interaction, but it's up to you to decide how it is that you can grow your business. So the one conversation that has to happen to get any sale going, whether it is with a human or an AI system, is to absolutely create a meaningful exchange. So when we are human to human, it's pretty easy to create that exchange as long as you burn your script and put it aside. So face-to-face interactions really require that you read someone's face, their body language, you understand their empathy, and you let them talk first. You are always asking open-ended questions that get them to engage and share more and more about themselves. And at some point, you will eventually know through that delightful interaction and curiosity about who they are, what they're doing, and what might be their current needs in this world today. Then you are outfitted with enough to create and craft a conversation that relates to them and only them. That is how you create a buying space. It's a space of empathy, it's a space of understanding, and it's a space of you, the seller, wanting to learn more about the buyer. Sellers who lose sales are those who go in saying, I got something good. I'm going to tell you whether you want to listen to me or not. And that is not how selling works. And so what you want to do is craft an environment in which this person feels so at home that they really want to do business with you. They almost ask to do business with you. And that's doable. I've done it for a lifetime. So the other thing is you really want to always be adapting to that person. And they're going to throw you some curveballs. What you have to remember is the buyer comes first, not your product. The sale will happen when the buyer feels fully honored, heard, and served by anything that you've shared with them. The buyer doesn't want to fight for information. They want to work with you to find their own solution. But, not everybody has pain. Just some people get curious. They have needs. They want to buy. So don't go too far into describing all the downturns in the world today. This person just may be an easygoing buyer, and you need to get to know them in order to make that sale. So let's talk about AI. How does that work in these days of people still wanting human touch? A lot of people aren't ready to give up the human touch. Well, AI can be just as adaptive as you can be as a human being. Now, what you have to do is spend a little time crafting that AI to think and act and talk like you. But there's some really good systems out there, and I'm using one which allows me to talk with people on Facebook Messenger and get into more conversations on a daily basis with these people than I normally can as a human being. It's kind of my warm-up conversation, and it identifies with these people really, really well. It's not spamming information. It's got a sensory feeling in it that lets it see more about the person and identify their backgrounds and understand where they're coming from. So yes, these simple systems exist out there, and they're not very expensive. So if you're one of those network marketers that needs to talk to more people, make more contacts, and you want to get out of this emotional place that you're in, that selling is scary, that selling can be pushy, that it can be otherwise, maybe you need an automated system until you can grow into your great skills yourself. So I know that sales are possible on both sides of the equation. They're a little awkward to get the AI started. You've got to be able to still do the same thing you do as a human being. Ask open-ended questions, tune in, respond to them like they need to be responded to. So nothing changes whether you're selling in person or you're selling an appointment via an AI, artificial intelligence system. Things are out there for us to engage. So if you remember that creating a buying space is all about engaging, letting the other person feel that they are valued, then you will win that sale. It's about the person feeling valued, not the value of your product that will make your sale. So if you really want to deliver more, make more sales, and grow that audience of yours, then what you really want to do is to find all ways possible that you can always let your buyers know they're valued. For more, get my link in the bio with more tips on creating the buying space.